Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, that's interesting. So my reputation is I'm a survivor of the crash, so people have begun to recognize me for better or for worse. Yeah, I knew that was a prospect, but I still thought it was willing. I still thought it made sense to do it, even though it's possible it's going to bring attention that I wouldn't want to be, but still. Oh. Ancient Gypsy Blood Curse. Man. Alright, so looks like the first order of business is to go get the... whatchamacallit? Is it not listed here? Must be in the journal. Yeah, the Plenary Temple, northern end of Lion's Head Circle. Okay. So clearly I know where that is. Not. This is all his factory stuff over there. Looking for something vaguely temple-like around here. And if not, I may have to go to another section of the city. Although, I don't know. The problem is if I go to another section of the city, I may... I run the risk of having all these other things happen. Like, tons more side quests and stuff that might get confusing. Well, because I could also just go to the Black Mountain Mines. Let me go to the steam rail thing and see whether or not there's something clearly visible in there. Where the heck am I? Over here somewhere? Show yourself. Okay, maybe the better thing to do, rather than search all over the map. Okay, there we go. No, so in other words, I'm right there. Some of this waypointing, I swear. Alright. Let's kick it all the way live, gentlemen. Got some levels to get. I'm going to get a level pretty quickly here, but I'm going to have to put it all into strength because I need to get strong enough so I can manage this gun, this new awesome gun that I have. This is a zoological society, huh? Alright, well, let's see what it tells me I could do. Let's see. West Garillion Bridge, Station B. Kensington Park. The docks. Man. Do I know where any of this stuff is? Maybe I should go check out the mines then before I start looking all over creation to try to find something about the religion. Actually, I wonder if Virgil knows where it is. Hey Virgil, you know anything about anything?
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer for you? Looks like we need to travel to the Black Mountain Clan and try to find out What is it that you want of me? What type of healing? What type of... I am finished.
Thank you.
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer for you?
I already know about this. I'd like to know a few things, as in, how's your life been? What's it like being Virgil? Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to go to the Black Mountain Clan. All of you people. I'll find the temple later on. It's not even an accepted quest on my journal, so it's just like some place I should check out for funsies, which I'll do at some point. Ugh. Yes, that's right. I forgot. Waypoints. Gotta construct 80,000 waypoints to get there. It's like the game within a game. You have Arcanum, and then you've got the waypoint game. Like, I feel like a straight road. I should not have to be like, wait, that's too far. I don't know if you want this kind. I mean, you know, let's watch out there. All right. Hey, Blue. What's going on, man? Good to see you. How are you, sir? Oh, cool. Yeah, I heard it was really good. Second biggest opening, 80.5 million. I'm going to be seeing it next week. Excuse me, going to be seeing it next week. I was going to see the Avengers on yesterday, but I couldn't work out babysitting arrangements, so I'll do it next week. Which is fine. I'm looking forward to it. I still haven't seen Iron Man 2, which is really stupid. But I've seen Iron Man 1, I've seen Thor, I've seen Captain America, so I feel like I got a grasp on all the individual stories. Well, it depends on who you ask. I really like Thor. We got into actually a big discussion about this the other night. And people were just like, oh, I think it's stupid. I don't know. I thought that Thor was really good for three reasons. One, there's the father-son aspect, because, you know, with Anthony Hopkins as Odin. I thought they handled that well. And Kenneth Branagh is a really good actor. So, excuse me, really good. He is a good actor, but he's a really good director. So I really like that. Secondly, I thought that Loki was a really good villain, complex and interesting and well acted. And thirdly, I think the Gatekeeper is the baddest ass character. Like, I got so many cool ideas from just getting the whole like Gatekeeper concept, which you'll see whenever you see the movie. I don't think you're missing anything like plot wise. I don't think that's going to be something bizarrely off. But I mean, I really like Thor, so I'd recommend seeing it. As I said, there was a big disagreement. It was evenly split. Like, about half the people really liked Thor, and then half the people were like, that's terrible. And I was like, okay, whatever. I think it's good. I thought it was better than Captain America. Okay, sounds good, Blue. Have a good time at the movie. No spoilers when you come back tonight. Cool, cool. Have a good time. Alright. Meanwhile, I continue to make my way out of the city. Bunch of schizophrenic party goers. Right, go forward, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left. Go right. Okay. Alright. Now, off we go to Tor Exalter. No. Off we go to the Black Mountain Mines. There it is. Just a quick look around to see anything else. New forest, blah blah blah. Okay. Alright, well, Black Mountain Mines it is. Get ready to get attacked 658 times. They set off on their way to the northwest, across the plains to the glimmering forest and the Black Mountain Mines which awaited me. Would we make it without being attacked by random enemies? There was no way to know. All we could do would continue to march forward and try not to be attacked by the enemies that we knew at any second were going to come for us and show us what for. As we continued to make our way, it occurred to us that the narrator had gotten us all the way there without being attacked. Awesome, that worked. Here we are. Let's see. Awesome, I was hoping that was the delete. I want to try to, I like to keep saves, try to keep the saves sort of at a manageable level so that I have a few saves. This one, next to this one, is going to be Greg and, like, basically Arvan in the mines, and then I'll use Arvan moving on or the autosave when I'm going through, so. Okay. Thanks, Devious. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, that was me trying to use my narration basically to keep from getting attacked. Such a beautiful narration. Oh, damn it, we had a chance to kill him. Random attacks are the bane of every adventurer. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a wolf. That sounds predictable. And we gotta go find a trace of these dwarves. Oh, wow. 2-shot with my new gun. Very nice. Oh yeah, Devious. It is old. It's actually from 2001. It's called Arcanum of Steamworks and Magick Obscura. It's basically like a cross between steampunk and Magick. And everyone told me that it was good and was worth a try. What? Oh, wolf. Never mind. And everyone told me that it was worth a try, and I had always wanted to. I love RPGs and things like that anyway. And last game I played was Legend of Grimrock, so while I'm sort of in between games and waiting for new good ones to pop up, I thought I would give Arcanum a try. So it looks like it's been pretty fun. Graphics are not, you know, spectacular, but I'm putting all my points in strength because I need it for this new gun. This guy that I built is a charismatic gunslinger type, like Han Solo, basically. So, I'm able to build guns, but this newest gun I built, which is pretty awesome, requires an 8 strength to use properly, so I'm going to have to put my next few points into strength, which is not exactly what I would have done for my build. I'd rather be building up, especially intelligence, perception, and charisma. But I got to use my gun right, so... But hopefully I'll get some experience from doing all this, so. Okay. See, I don't understand how wolves are going to be just wandering this random cave without any obvious food source. Where is my realism in my games? Yeah, this gun is pretty badass. It does use bullets like they're going out of style, but hopefully you get to use fewer of them, and so that won't be an issue. Of course, that leads downstairs. Yeah. In 2001, they're like, well, you know, really, who knows what wolves are like? I mean, we have no concept. We barely understand, you know, wolves at all. We don't know what they mean, or... It's odd. I wonder if I could destroy barricades, or if I have to go around. And also, I was stupid. I should have actually gone back here. Well... Okay. I don't know if I'm able to actually destroy these barriers, but I might as well go in front of them. I may have to go down and around. I wonder if I could shoot him from here. Ooh, a patriarch wolf. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I do actually think... Alright, I'm going to have to go around. I do actually think that games can sometimes... I want combat off, please. Thank you. I do think that games sometimes have a tendency to overdo the sort of character realism. I remember playing Wizardry, actually, back in the day. Which, so interestingly, I guess it's not just a modern phenomenon, but I remember playing Wizardry back in the day, and oh, if there's a game that I found so frustrating, because it was all about character realism. And I remember, you create a party of characters, right? You go down into a dungeon. You get down to the bottom, you get down to the dungeon, and you get to like level, whatever, 4 or 5. First of all, obviously, it's all being mapped, so you have to map it all yourself, graph paper, the whole business. Secondly, excuse me a minute while I kill these rats. Die, rats, so I can keep telling my story. Okay. So you bring your party down to like level 4, level 5. If they die, then you don't just like reload a save game, because what it would do, it would automatically overwrite your save game with that result that your party had died. So they're like, oh, it's no problem, you can get your party back. But how do you get your party back? Well, you have to recruit a new party, build them up to the right level, and then go all the way down to find them on level 5, because it's character realism. But you see, in Wizardry world, character realism means that they're not going to be at the same place where you left the bodies. So, because the monsters will have taken them and dragged them off to their lair. So when you get down there, the party won't be where you left them. And even when you do get to the actual party's bodies, you won't find any equipment on them, because this is character realism. And the monsters will... Oh my god, I threw my controller through the screen practically at like level 6, never played again. I'm like, you know what? Here's the idea. Character realism, if I wanted realism, I would be out with a job at the moment. Like, I was at school, I was doing my work, I did my part-time job. When I come home, I want to relax and play a game. I don't want to be like, oh, it's realistic, like you're back in real life. I swear to God. Save this under here. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, like, I understand. I don't think it's... I think it's nice to have consistency. I'm a writer, so consistency, especially in speculative fiction, is important. So I understand, like, it shouldn't just be you make up a rule and then you break that rule 3 seconds later. But you need to give it a rest and, like, remember that it's supposed to be fun and not just some, like, slog through, you know... I don't know. Still don't know what these things are. They say they're kites, but they're clearly not the standard ones. They're not the birds either. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Games need to be games. So. Boy. I got a whole ton of bullets before I left on this thing, and I've already blown through like 100 of them. I like that rough cut diamond, though. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's true. Oh, ore golem. Ugh. That guy looks badass. Level 25? Holy cow. I do not want a piece of that dude. Oh my god, what is that? Granite rat? That sounds terrifying. Level 30? Okay, so I'm hoping this is the side of the map that I don't actually have to worry about. Like, I go back here later on when I'm clearly higher level. Not right now, when I'm clearly not. I mean, right? Whoops. I know. Or spiders, too. Spiders are another one. Or, used to be back in the day, the old one was bats. Bats were like everyone's favorite RPG monster. Intro monster. There was a point when I was so upset with the whole rat concept that, bat concept that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna kill every bat I ever see. Just on general principle. Okay, can I loot any of these dudes? Can I do what now? I'm not under attack. Where am I under attack? Dude. I'm not under attack anymore. Okay, good. Stop pretending I'm under attack. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. That's definitely true. I've played D&D for a long time, so I know what you mean. In fact, actually, we play a series of D&D on Twitch over at a guy named Catabasis' channel. Do I really want that sword? Nah, I don't. So yeah, we play 4th edition using the virtual table beta, and it's definitely true. Spiderlings and rats and bats were a big deal. And goblins and kobolds. Yep. Yep. Everyone's favorite fodder monster in D&D, kobolds. Alright, what do we got here? We have a rusty sword, which I'm not going to take. We have a fatigue restorer, which isn't very important. You have a healing salve. Alright, well. That healing salve might be helpful. Don't know if you can use it during combat, but... No, you know, actually, yeah, we are in the Wizard VT, and actually, I actually think that it's going to keep going. They just did a couple of patches to fix a couple of issues with it, like a few days ago, which is not what you would do if you were going to kill off a system. And also, there was some talk about 5th edition, and they said that they were going to be adding some things to the FAQ about that as well. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's struggling along, although I'm really annoyed that Wizards hasn't done more to push it, because I think they're really missing the boat. I understand D&D is a face-to-face thing, obviously, but it's still a little bit ridiculous that... Oh, Jesus, it's one of those ore golems. Alright, I'm going to save it and then hope I can talk to this guy. And he's not going to attack me on sight. But I just think that, you know, if they really understood what they were dealing with, they could have a chance to sort of bring people together across the country, across countries, across the world, to play D&D. I think they're missing the boat not to do that, so... Yeah. 5th edition. Oh, roll20.net, huh? I haven't heard of that. I'm going to have to check that out. 5th edition, yeah, 4th edition I think is going to eventually... 5th edition is what they're working on now, and I think 4th edition is probably going to last through this year. Probably they'll release 5th edition next year. But that's only going to be about a 5-year window for 4th edition, which is not great. But everyone's trying to monetize, you know. So what's this roll20.net thing? Oh boy. Ugh. Ow. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well that worked out about as I would have expected. Well, like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm supposed to be exploring this area. Interesting. Well, okay, question though, because I know when I was looking into the virtual table different programs, they had, what do they call it, map tools. And I am not a Linux open source, I mean, I like open source programs, but I'm not a Linux do-it-all-yourself guy, and that was one of the big frustrations I had. They're like, oh, it's super easy. It was not super easy. So my question is it actually super easy to use something like this, or is it just super easy if you love doing hours and hours of programming and build-up, which I do not have time to do? You know what I'm saying? Roll20.net. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to have to give that a look-see. I mean, the virtual table has a lot of good things going for it. The fact that it's in beta means it's got limited tokens available and limited tiles. But if they ever actually released it, you know, I think they'd be making some serious... it would be a big thing. It would be a big help. So I hope they do at some day actually release it officially. But that's good to know. I'm going to check it out. But it's just another further example of how Wizards has missed the Wizards have missed the boat on this. I mean, if they really had gotten out front on this and made their program the one that everyone wanted to go through, it would have been a big deal. Yeah, see, like, yeah, exactly. And it's like, and I love D&D, and I've DM'd for 25 years, and I've been playing D&D in some form for almost 30. So, I mean, I've played every edition, only played a little bit of 3, but I've played a lot of 3.5, first edition, second edition, I've played for a long time. But I just, I have a family, and I teach and I write, and I've got a huge, I got a life, and I don't have time to build a lot of my own adventures or maps. And so that's why I need to be able to have things that are convenient and relatively easy to slot in and go. Closed beta. Oh, that's interesting. So is this like is it almost an open source project then? Like people had the idea to do it and... Ooh, a bow. Interesting. Okay. Now, does it have a series of templates? Like you could click 4th edition, and then a lot of the stuff that it does is basically 4th edition, material, or does it require a lot of, like, setup and design, or... Hey, Polar. Good to see you, sir. I don't know if you saw last night in chat that I sent out... Your book is on its way to you. I sent it out on Friday, so hopefully it should be arriving sooner rather than later. Oh, okay, Devious, cool. Yeah, well, that sounds like a good project to check out, though. It looks like it'll be useful. Yep. No problem. Thank you for the purchase. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I will have more to add to that list very soon. I hope. I hope, I hope. Huh. Well. So I'm blocked off in both directions here, and I'm supposed to be exploring this mine. I clearly cannot be doing it against these characters, because, like... Although, you know... Level 20. Level 20. You know what? This dungeon is telling me I'm not supposed to be here yet. This is too high level. I should not be up against ore golems and stuff like that when my main guy is like level 8. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'll definitely be looking forward to hearing your feedback. So like yeah, I mean like even with all my guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, I got level 8. I might be able to swing a couple of level 20s, but like in general, I clearly should not be here yet. But I don't entirely know where to go if I'm not going to be here. Quite frankly, because that's where I was supposed to go next. Unless I'm supposed to just do side quests in Tarrant until I'm leveled up enough. Yeah, I've been casting this the last probably week or so, Polar. I never played this game in the past. The first time I played it was when I started casting it here. And it was actually on Mano's recommendation. And yeah, it's fun. It's a kind of a steampunk magic combo. Game, and it's sort of the sort of isometric look is a little bit like Fallout is what it reminds me of, and the inventory system sadly reminds me of Diablo, which is not so great. But it's a cool RPG and it's fun to play. And so far I haven't gotten in any disastrous situation except right now where I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. Well, yeah, Devious, that's it. I don't understand. I agree with you. It seems odd, but I don't really know what else the deal is. I mean, just looking at the map, I was supposed to look and find out what happened to the Black Mountain Dwarves who just vanished. But right now, like, this is all blocked off over here. And I could try using explosives, although I've never actually done that. But I could try. And then over here, we have more blocked off areas. And in both directions, it looks like there's some pretty bad creatures. Although, let me go back over here. These guys up here, see these things up here, Ailing Wolf and everything, level 1s, level 5s, those guys are fine. But, like, you saw for yourself, Devious, what happened when I went up against the freaking crypt thingy, you know, like whatever that was, the ore golem. Patriarch Wolf is level 52, jeez. Yeah, I know. No, not so much. I mean, that's one of the old school, right? Alright, Sog. Let's talk, Sog. Alright, first of all, everyone split up so I can talk to Sog, please. Oh, what are you guys doing? So I've got to exit just so I can go right back in. It's annoying. Oh, there we go. You. Alright, I think I gave you my dynamite. Oh, no, I have my dynamite. Pardon me, Sog. I didn't need to talk to you. Alright, I'm going to try setting dynamite by this area that looks like I may have a shot. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed if I came here for no reason, because I just wasted like 100 plus bullets. Although I did actually get my guy leveled and halfway up a level again, so... I never even used dynamite, so I don't even know how it works. Guess we're going to find out. This should go just for... Don't try this at home. Yeah, okay. I can't use it on that. I didn't think that I could. Well, alright. If I can't go up that area, if I'm going to get WTF pwned by those guys, then I got to go back to Toronto and find out what the deal is. Yeah, it's not even letting me do it because it knows that I'm blocked off. Let me try doing it on my world map. Yeah, path is blocked, that's what I thought. So, alright, clearly not ready for this yet. I mean, there's a lot to do. I think there's a lot to do in Tarrant, but yeah, I'm hoping that it's not side quest for 12 levels. Although, in fairness, I could probably take on some of these guys before that. You know, I could probably take on some of them at like level 13 or 14, because while I'm going up, all my guys are going up. So 4 level 14s ought to be able to handle level 20, but... yeah, Polar, but you know why I can't do that? Is because I have my DM, basically, view of the virtual table. So if I'm streaming, then it means that everyone will be able to see what I see, which sounds cool until you realize that all the players could see the same thing. You know? So it's like, and of course I trust my players implicitly, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's no reason they would ever try to, yeah. So, I agree, but, you know, no, I mean, the truth is, but it would be very hard, you know, like, it would be very hard for them to resist, I would think. It'd be interesting to see if there was a way to, like, password protect my stream or something like that. I don't want to go looking all around here. If I could, like, password protect my stream so that only people that I gave it to could do that, it'd be interesting. Hey, Demiser, what's up, man? Good to see you. I just got WTF pwned in this mine. So I've learned that there is, like, a level 50 ore golem here, which took out 90% of my health in one hit, and wiped out my party with 3 hits. Oh, cool, Demiser, that's awesome. And then the other areas around there are blocked off in the mine, like the sort of other way to go, so I'm assuming I'm not supposed to be here yet. So I gotta go back to Toronto and basically, I don't know, poke around and trying to level up some more, I guess. I'm not entirely clear what to do next, but... You do? Oh, have you done this already? Have you already gotten to this point? Oh, no, I don't know the tier 4 shock weapon. This gun that I have, dude, is rocks, except that it uses bullets like I'm eating bullets, but... Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna head back to Toronto while you're talking. Yeah. Demiser, that's awesome. Oh, that's cool, Devious. See, yeah. And the reason he's doing that is not because he thinks you guys are all cheating bastards. It's really for the enjoyment of the players as much as anything else. And the players sometimes, most players know this, but there's some players who think they want to know more than they do, and they don't. It really changes things when they don't. Okay, so back to Toronto. As we set out southeast across the plains, I thought of my failure. I'll see, I was already captured.
I've been seriously hurt, sir.
What?
Seriously hurt, sir. Please help me.
Wow. Okay. Quick load time. I'm not going to lose Virgil. See, I exactly agree. I totally agree. I forgot to save when I was outside the mines. So I will go back and do that. Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, right, but you made your guy all around, Demiser, you made your guy all around being like a lightning specialist, right? Like that's his thing? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like the fact that yours is so different, in some ways so different from mine. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done outside the mines. Oh. Well, that might have been a wise idea for me to do, apparently. I might have had a better shot at killing those ore golems. Alright, now where was I? Yes. Well, I hope I don't have to fight those wolves every time, or this is going to be a fun travel back. I didn't fight anything on the way northwest. I was able to get through my total narration. Let's see. On my way back from the Black Mountain mines, only several thoughts crossed my mind. First, would wolves attack me? Second, would I ever be able to destroy an ore golem? And third, what the hell was I going to do when I returned to Toronto? There seemed to be nothing to do there in the district I had been in, and that meant side quests. Given the last time I had tried some of these, a blood curse from a gypsy, for example, I was in no uncertain terms unwilling to try. See, it worked! Whenever I do the full narration. I do have that dynamite. I didn't try it on the golem, although I've only actually got 2 dynamites. So, thank you. I was very happy with my narration. On that one. Mostly just because it kept me from getting attacked. Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to try it. I can't lay the dynamite at the spot where I'm blocked, which makes me think that it's not about that, that I must be something else that I'm missing. I'm assuming that I used that downward passageway to go around and then come back up on the other side, because it looks like, you know, I could have kept going down that first direction if I wasn't going to get owned by that ore golem. But I think that even the chances of getting that dynamite off and just killing him with that are pretty slim. Like, he was kind of a badass. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save this here, and then I'm going to load that game when I'm in the mines. And I'm going to go and see if I can use the dynamite on him. But I'm not hopeful, but it's worth a try. Alright. Now, let's load the autosave. I mean, you'd think the dynamite would be awesome. Well, so here's what I wonder, actually, because I've never used explosives and you have, Demiser. So, do you plant it on a creature? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you plant it on a creature, or do you plant dynamite on the ground? Okay, but, see, I tried to do that. Okay, wait. I want you to show me what you're talking about, then. I'm gonna go to the area where I think I'm supposed to go. Okay. So what I tried to do before is I used the explosives and it turned into a little arrow, and then I clicked on the ground, and then the arrow disappeared. I'll show you. So 2, and then I tried to do that, and it doesn't do anything. So, like, how do I... What? Oh, I can't do it through hotkey? Okay, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, get away. Get away. Get away. Oh my god. Sigh. I love it. I love it. They're just staring right, looking at the dynamite. Ooh, pretty left. Oh, Virgil, you stupid piece of crap. Of course, the good news about that is that that didn't do anything. So, man, though, that's like, that's gonna be tough, man. So to do it, I'm gonna have to somehow plant it, cause the golem to come in. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'm gonna quick load. Maybe it could. See, what I'm worried about though is that the ore golem would come towards me, right? Then, I mean, I'd have to think about how long it actually takes. Wait, what? Right. That's what I wanted to load. What's up with that? So I'm gonna have, yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna have to hope that I can somehow get it there and then have him walk over it just timed properly. You know, so that, well, yeah, obviously, freaking one-shot Virgil. It works really well on moron priests who stand watching it. It's like 100% effective against those guys. The funny thing is that like all the stuff up to this point was like little rats and ailing wolves and like simple stuff, right? And then you get up here and you're just like, oh, level 50, you know? Yeah, but then didn't he follow you though? Wow. No, I believe it. But I'm just like, you ran before he saw you. Well, this guy comes to life well before that. Man, these things are badasses. He walked over it. I wonder, does it light up when he walks over it? Because my guy can't plant traps. That's actually true. My guy can plant traps. In fact, you know what? My dwarf guy. Magnus.
How can I help you?
You can make traps, sir. Okay. We're gonna make ourselves some traps. Because I happen to have some railroad spikes. Let's get some springs first. Oh, can't do that. Can't leave your dwarf. Even though he's really a fake dwarf, and he's in denial about it. I'm convinced. He carries around like the National Geographic version of what a dwarf is. And then when I take it from him, he gets super super defensive about it. He's like, "What? No, that's mine. And why are you doing that?" And I'm like, okay, dude. All right. So,
how can I help you?
Okay. Take this spring. Take this spring. Take this spike. And take this spike.
How can I help you?
Now I want you to make me a trap. Make it a good one. And another one. Okay, what else can you make? A trap springer. Oh, yeah, I don't need that. Balanced sword, yeah. Okay. Haha. Thanks, Polar. I appreciate it. What's up, Antra? Good to see you. My voice is like milk chocolate in a fondue. Okay. So, let's see. I really hope that that trap I made is going to do any good.
What is it that you want of me?
Oh, I want you to go away. I want to talk to the dwarf, the useful one in the party. No. Virgil's actually very
How can I
useful as a
help you?
healer, but... Ooh, look at this! Oh, I thought it was only making one. Oh, check that out. That's pretty sexy, gentlemen. Those are some serious traps. Alright. I think in the honor of the recently deceased Adam Rausch of the Beastie Boys, I'm going to, as he says, put on some shit kickers and kick some shit. Actually, I don't know if he says that, but it's something he should say. Good night, sweet prince. Are you leaving already, Antra? You just got here? Oh, okay. You're talking about the guy from the Beastie Boys. Yes, yes. Flights of angels sing him to his rest, yes. He died of, he was only 40, I think 8 or 49. It was cancer in the salivary glands. It was too bad. Okay. Alright then. Here we go. So we're going to see if these traps do something. So we're going to lay down like a lattice work. Know what I'm saying? Lattice work. I want to go close enough. Alright. So, thanks to Antra's new handy-dandy system. How close can I get without aggroing? Oh, shit. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to fight you, sir. I'm trying to set this up. Well, I mean, don't do it because it's too powerful. The expensive part's a better argument. I don't know if I should use this anymore. I mean, it's too badass. I have this awesome Sherman tank, but I don't know if I should use it. It seems almost unfair. Alright. I wonder if it's gonna hit me when I do this, actually. I should be making this back over here. You guys all come over here. Follow me. Good. Because I imagine it's going to hit me. This being a 2001 style game. It's not like lack of friendly fire or something. What? Well, it works. Sigh. Goddamn isometric. Alright, well, that's worth it if I can, Wait a minute. Did I take an injury just then? Okay, good. I was like, wait a minute. I may have laid these down in the wrong order also. But I'm gonna try it, see if it does any damage to him at all. What? Okay. What happens when your keyboard can't keep up with you? Oh well. That will do for now. Okay, now I gotta aggro this guy somehow without triggering my own trap. Move away, move away, move away. Oh my god. Keep coming, keep coming. That did like nothing to him. Okay, so that's not going to get the job done. So it's going to have to be the dynamite. Well, or... Actually, I take that back. It doesn't necessarily have to be the dynamite. Let's... First of all, let's delete that. Yeah, it's too bad those spike traps don't actually freeze him. Alright.
How can I help you? What would you like me to do? I'll wait here, but you'd best not keep me waiting long.
Is that what you meant? You left him and he got ticked off?
What is it that you want of me? Yes, of course. I don't like leaving you alone, but I'll wait here until...
I see. Okay. Alright. So here we go. I'll try to put them this time in a line. See if that does... Although, it, like I say, it did very little, so I'm not... I don't know. Oh. Stay here for 2 months. That's funny. That's far enough. Dude, what are you doing? Okay, that's not even close to what I did, so... Congratulations for being a dumbass. Jesus Christ. You mean my handle, Polar? On here and elsewhere? Oh, damn it. I don't want to have to tell them to... Why are you doing that? That is way too far forward. Okay, everyone get back here. Shut up, Demiser. There could be many reasons that he could have expressed that.
What is it that you want of me?
Many, many reasons.
Yes, of course. What would... I don't like leaving you alone, but I'll wait here until you return.
But seriously, I assume that's what you mean, Polar. You're talking
How can
about
I
my
help
name
you?
in this game, / on chat, etc.
What would you like me? I'll wait here, but you...
Oh, well, what it's from is it is a character from the book that you were about to be reading of mine. And, I don't know why, I mean, when I first came up with the name, I think a lot of these names are just based on sort of, I just get them from osmosis, from all the fantasy books and things like that I've read and taught over the years. I guess part of the reason that I used it for this situation was it was different from anything I had anywhere else. Like, it wasn't a standard online handle that I used. And I didn't really know when I came onto Kata's chat what it was going to be like. I'd never done anything on Twitch. I never knew any stuff about it. So I was like, well, you know, we're about to see what this whole thing is about. So, yeah. So that's why I used that name. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm just trying to decide if I have enough room to put another trap down or if I'm going to blow up my ogre. Yeah, oh yeah. I found out about it actually through the forums on Skyrim. I was looking around in the Skyrim forums, and all of a sudden this guy was like, "Oh, I'm streaming Skyrim." I was like, "He's doing what?" And it was right around the time of my final exams, and I'm like, "Oh, this would be kind of cool background." There was no sports going on. Oh, that's cool. There's like no sports or anything like that going on, so I was like, I need some kind of cool background. And I went over there, and I thought he had some really interesting. He played in an interesting way, and I thought that he had an interesting kind of approach with his viewers. So I kind of contributed a little bit on and off, and added some things, and then a few weeks later, he had made me into a mod, and then, you know, after that, the rest is history, as they say. It feels like it's so back in the day, but it really was only like 5 months ago. But like in internet terms, it's like an age. You're like, oh my god, back in the years of Aught 11 when... Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna aggro the golem. And actually, I hope he... Now that I think about it, I hope he walks over my trap. Guess we'll find out. Oh, God. There they go.
I've been wounded terribly. Quickly, I need healing.
Wow, he just... Did you see that? He just threw a piece of his body at me and crushed me. Yeah, this system is not going to work. I'll try the dynamite, and we'll see if that does anything. If not, I'm going to head back to town, because I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. Yes, I am a college professor, Polar, yep. That is correct, sir. I'm going to try this just to see whether or not this makes a difference. Alright, so let me aggro him, and then I'll get my dynamite out. Whoops. God damn it. Why do I not? Hello? See, he just, it's not gonna work. He doesn't stay in one place. I mean, that's a lot of chiming ahead of time, though. Yeah, what's up with that, Demiser? Those bastards, those lawn ninjas. Yeah, I hope you told them what for. Oh, Antra, freaking, now that you're in my chat, congratulations again, man, about the successful proposal. That's really awesome. I told my wife about it today. She thought it was a really cool idea. Polar, I teach English literature, and creative writing, which is not going to be surprising. So this semester I'm teaching courses in fantasy fiction, which I write, obviously, and creative writing, because I write, and then I teach a freshman literature survey. Yeah, no, I'm really, I wish you much happiness. Marriage is not the easiest thing all the time, but I think it's worth it. Okay. Man alive. Can I shoot him from here? Oh. No, I'm not supposed to be here, Demiser. I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is way, way too powerful. That's... No. The guy just crushed me with a piece of his body. He gave me the... What for? Yeah, that's... Yeah, no. No, no, no. Not doing that again. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Rant here. And I'm going to see if I can do some quests around here and build this up. What? This is the quest about the mine. You bastard. No, that's what that was where I just was. That is the mine right there. The other mine? Yeah, well, I did that already, actually. The Bessie Toon one, yeah. But he said that I went in and I did all that stuff, and the only person who's there that I need to deal with is Bessie. And her son told me... Let me find it. Where'd it go? Maybe it's in the quests. Where is it? Yeah. Percival Toon wants you to find a way to free the ghost of his mother. So I need to do that. And he told me a specific spot, like a city, Durant or Detant or anything. Oh, you're saying go to that city to do that? But I don't think it's listed on my map. I can double check and see if it is. But I also have a bunch of places here that I haven't gone. Like I haven't found St. Matt de Césaire, and I haven't, and in here, there's this quest. Where is it? Where is it? Here, he said to stop by the Panari Temple in Toronto. I don't know where Lion's Head Circle is, but I'm going to have to find it, so. I have not seen the Avengers. Do not give me any spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. I have not seen it. I will see it next week. All of you be quiet about the Avengers. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be awesome. Don't want to hear about it now. Got it? Okay? Seriously? No spoilers. God damn it. No, that's fine. If you want to say the movie's awesome, that's fine. But do not tell me any spoilers, for real. Okay? Promise? All the Greaves last night was like, okay, spoiler, Voldemort beats Darth Vader. I was like, damn it! Yeah, no, I know, Andrew. No, I haven't. A lot of people have, and I was going to. I just couldn't get the babysitter arranged, so next week. Next week I will see it. I'm going to go up to the rail car thing. Actually, you know, I'm going to go up this way and see if the temple happens to be up here first. So we'll see. God damn you! I know, dude. Polar. I'm going to go see it, sir. As soon as I can find time and a babysitter. My final exams are going on right as we speak. This is not the best time. I spent most of the day... I took my child to a concert this morning, and then spent some time with my family, and then did some grading, and now I'm taking a break before I do more grading. And so after I'm done with all that, then and only then will I move on to do what I need to do as far as the... whatchamacallit, as far as the Avengers is concerned. So, fear not, sir. Oh, that's interesting. So this is all in the same district. Because Vermilon Station is up north. Tarrant University Warehouse District, Commercial District. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that makes me feel a little better, like it's not absolutely ridiculous. Aha, thank you, Big Walter, in accordance with the prophecy. Okay, so I got a question for you guys. If you were looking for Lion's Head Circle, do you think it would be found? It's not found at Vermilon Station, and it's not found... It might be found where I am, I guess, but do you think it'd be found at the university, in the warehouse district, in the commercial district, at the docks, Kensington Park, or the Boyle? Lion's Head Circle. And probably it's not going to be in the Boyle because it's a temple. So, Kensington Park, Tarantian Docks, Tarrant University, Warehouse, or Commercial District for Lion's Head. Maybe Park because of the circle thing? What do you guys think? Park? Hey, Phils! What's going on, man? Long time no see. I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you for following. I'm playing something different, as you see, because I won Grimrock. Alright, we're gonna try park. Alright. I'm glad to know that this city all takes place in one screen, actually, because I had this image that it was so ridiculously epic that I was like, oh, man, really? Yeah, good to see everyone. Good to see Walter. Thank you guys all for stopping in, as always. I appreciate it very much, as you guys know. Devonshire Way. Yeah, well, I hear you, Phils. I've got finals time that I'm finishing grading exams. I'm taking a break in between that right now. Greaves, what's going on, man? University. Well, you know what? I may have to go to the university, because... I don't know, though. Would they have a temple at the university? Aren't those guys, like, theoretically opposed? Because the university's up here. This up here is where the university is. University Court. University Court. University Court. City Hall. Not so far, Demiser, but I did finally sell my story to the newspaper because I couldn't get over the fact that it was 800 gold that I really needed for bullets. So I took that risk. Devonshire Way, Devonshire Way. I mean, it could be the docks. Devonshire Way. Alright, I'll try the university. Let's see. Oh yeah, Progress Quest, you guys. Progress Quest is awesome. Greaves, can you maybe link it in chat? It's basically it's kind of a sort of is like a World of Warcraft meets Terra meets Star Wars: The Old Republic meets Baldur's Gate meets Skyrim. It's incredible. Yeah, there it is. It's really, really cool. It's one of those games that it's sort of hard to describe until you play it, but it's epic. And it's free to play. So, I mean, you know, you guys can play it right now as you're watching my stream. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, I'm going to try the university. Well, I mean, it's an oldie, but, you know, it's an oldie but goodie. There's a lot of old games. This is an oldie. What I'm playing is an oldie. But look how good this is. What are you talking about? Nice try for what? I'm just trying to give people a hand and give them a good game to play. Man, you treat me like it's some trick. I'm looking for that safe. I'm looking for Lion's Head Circle to find. I'm trying to look for a temple. There you go, Antra. That's what I'm talking about. Good call. Where am I? I am the Secretary of Department of Water and Power, good sir. What do you do here? We regulate the flow of water in and out of the city, track the power consumption of the various areas to run, and we maintain the sewers and the engines around town. Okay, well, Walter, wasn't it epic when you played it? What level did you get to? Yeah, well, see, you're gonna have to play again and remember this time. It's important. Greetings, good sir. May I be of service to you? What manner of place is this, pray tell? This great place is known as the Hall of Records. All manner of knowledge is kept upon these premises. It is here that all of our census records are kept, as well as tome upon tome of archives. Could you tell me how many years of census has been kept? It is the unfortunate circumstance that an accurate census of the civilized continent has only been kept for the last 20 years. However, it should be noted that for Tarrant, we have records dating back as much as 200 years. Alright, well, what type of information is there? Profuse amounts of information. Deeds, legal papers, but also newspapers. Newspapers? A most exciting endeavor we undertook. We've been archiving every newspaper for the last 120 years. They've turned out to be an exceptional resource for crucial... Okay, so you have a lot of stuff. I get it. Automated printing press. That's great. Any more questions? An individual. Alright, so I'll be able to find an individual there. That's good to know. Bye, Polar. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, well, you were completely unhelpful. What? Do you know you have rats running around in your room? Also, they're stand-up rats. Alright, some shameless leveling. Oh, it's locked? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Entra is officially off the market. So I know you're disappointed, Greaves. Greaves was just saying the other day, Entra, that he thought he had a chance with a couple of the Canadians in chat, and now you're taken off the market, so that cuts down the available options for him. Yeah. Alright, can you top me off with my healing, Virgil?
What type of heal? I am finished. What is it that you want of me?
Thank you. Oh, I forgot. Really? Well, I don't know if I knew that you were Canadian. Where do you live in Canada? Be careful, Antra is going to hate you if you know anything about Edmonton. Okay, so it's not University Court. You know what? I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look at the signs on these streets and find out what the deal is. Just as soon as I do the job of the computer by figuring out how to get from point A to point B. Yo, wait a minute. A joke? Really? I doubt that, sir. I've seen your rage and dislike, your hatred of Manila and everything Edmonton. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. Mulligan Bone Alley. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually looking at street signs to find out where I'm going. Just like the old days. Just like in real life. Oh, is that why? Westral South. Oh, wow, really? I don't think I've ever been to Edmonton. I've been to Montreal, I've been to Calgary, I've been to Quebec, Ottawa, and Vancouver, but I've never been to... Oh, and I've been to Victoria, but I've never been to Edmonton. Yes, that's one of many things that America might claim about other places. Okay, so... It's not in D, it's not in C, it's not in... It's not A. I guess it could be A. I'm going to try the boil. We're going to see what happens. Save this in another spot. Yeah, that would be pretty clutch. Especially if it's super crisp bacon. Hmm. Whoa. Bandit, 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 bandit. Goes through these gates. More wretched hive of scum and villainy. Really? Well, we'll find out. We may find out right here. Whoa. That was quick.
Are you blind? What in God's...
A friend! I've been wounded terribly! Quickly! I need healing!
Wow. So I'm gonna have to try to attack him before he attacks me, for one thing. What? I just said, can you load the game, please? I got the idea. You want to show me my grave. I get it. I understand. I didn't make it. I speak as a French and el Español. Yeah, if this is going to get into a Quebecois, Quebec should secede debate, we're not going to go that way. Right. Okay. Alright, so that's the boil. And is this also the boil over here? Like, is this pretty much all the boil? Can I survive? Oh, wow. You guys really... Okay. So it's clearly not in the boil. I think we got that idea. Oh, no, Antra, you have to kind of follow... You have to go through the quests. I think you should be... What quest are you on right now? Right. But that's all part of the game. Like, eventually you get to the point where you can level up farther. What quest do you exterminate through? Yeah, so you just gotta keep going. Keep working on it. It takes practice. It's a little slow, but it picks up after level 5. Right. So, I mean... You're an enchanted motorcycle, and I think that's all you need to know, really. Wow, so like... Oh, so that was the southern side of the board. Okay. Nice, keep at it. You're gonna do a great job with it. I have faith. Be interested to see how you do. Alright, I mean, you know... Alright, well, I'm just gonna run up the street and see if I can find this damn temple. Because very clearly... Oh, actually... What's your newspaper say? Flying machine rumors quelled. tax increase. Sunny weather. There's no way you could have a flying machine, except for the ones that took down my, the ship I was on, but otherwise. What are you doing, shady sir? Oh. Thanks for your lack of help. Lungston Road. Pickwick Alley. Yes, I am. Great pleasure to meet you, sir. Here's a few coin to help you on your way. Oh, well, thank you. It's doing pretty good. It uses, doing pretty well. It uses, like, eats bullets. I mean, I used, like, 100 bullets on that aborted trip to the mines. But, it seems to be working pretty well so far. Wow. That dude just gave me some money. Whoa, he gave me, like, 100 coins, too. Thanks a lot, man. Looks like a mausoleum, but maybe it's a temple. I mean, I don't know. Lock on this door is missing, as if it's been recently pried open. You, sir. What you can do for me is stop. Oh. Ah, the Wellington, finest gentleman's club in all Toronto, 77 Vermilion Road. Alright. Vermilion Road, good to know. Certainly when I start looking for gentlemen's clubs, the first place I go into is a mausoleum. I mean, that's the starting point. Devonshire, Pickwick. More Devonshire. Vermilion is up here to the left. I mean, yeah, right here. So I'll try to look for this gentleman's club and we'll see. There it is. Gentlemanly manner, huh? I can be gentlemanly. What's your newspaper say, sir? A painting was stolen. Blah, blah, blah. Long-standing member of the Wellington Gentlemen's Club. That's exciting. You take it easy with that. Okay. So, I'm going to have to ask around these people and be like, so, any of you been doing any grave robbing lately? And if so, how can I get involved? No. Oh, and there's a... Okay. So, let's look around here. I wish I could actually interact with the pool tables. Because as a charismatic gunslinger, as you know, I'm all an expert on using pool cues, either for playing games or for fighting. Not unlike Steven Seagal in On Deadly Ground. What is it? Who you be? I don't believe I'd had the pleasure. Who are you? Why, I am the Honorable... Oh, you're the dude I'm looking for. Matt de Césaire. You need to go find Tom Grack. He's waiting at the Kensington Broadway kiosk for you. Stupid bourgeois businessman. Let him wait. Well... my work is done. Whoa! What the hell? I met him on the street. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the F? At first I thought he shot at me. I'm like, why am I gonna follow you? Then I was like, you just randomly shot this guy? You like some James Bond type dude? Okay, what's up? Who are you? I can't give you those answers yet. Suffice it to say that I'm part of something that, well, even I don't rightly know exactly all that I'm a part of. It's safer that way in case I'm caught. But I do know a few things which I can tell you if you prove to me that you can be trusted. It looks like I'm going to need your help now that my presence here has been compromised. How do I do that and gain levels in the process? Well, this may sound strange to you, but I'm here in Tarrant to discover the skulls of the Renar Siamese twins. Their skulls are evidence that, well, I will fill you in if you bring them to me. Where would one find these skulls? Well, that's where this becomes difficult. The skulls had been interred in a mausoleum in the Durant Cemetery, but when I went looking for them, they were already gone. That's right, and that's how I found your matchbook, sir. Where do I look for them? I do not know. I believe they're in Tarrant at a warehouse somewhere waiting to be shipped out. Alright, I'll come back with the skulls. Sir Matt de Cesar. He's like, why did you give me the skull of some elk? I'm like, well, you didn't specify. I assumed they were the famous Siamese elk twin skulls. You know. Well, at least I know where the warehouse district is, so that should be easy. Arvan looking for school. That'll do. Alright. Okay, you know what? Well, do I run it or do I... I'll be lazy. I'll take the steam engine path. The steam rail. To the warehouse district. I love how I'm just like gonna bring this guy skulls even though I have no reason why. He's like, okay, the only person I can trust is you. I'm like, you can trust me when I just watch you shoot some dude in the middle of a gentleman's club when I was just there trying to get experience? Yes. Now go and get me some random skulls. Okay, does it give me experience? Yes. Alright, well, any port in a storm, as they say. Warehouse district. Okay. Man, are we gonna explore these things one by one? Well, there's not that many buildings, so... Oh, okay. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. Well, I just to be sure, I muted and unmuted. Is it better now? It knew that you were onto it. It's like, whoop, better go normal. So that's okay now? Does it sound okay? Okay, cool. Alright, sir, I'm looking for some skulls. Might I ask your name? Joseph, the stonecutter in Tarrant. You make headstones and such. Alright, Joseph. Wish I could put notes on these maps. Joseph, I need you to make me some stone skulls. No. I mean, it should be in Mulligan Bone Alley, right? My favorite movie, Polar, is The Fellowship of the Ring, although the best movie that I've ever seen is Shawshank Redemption. I think Fellowship is a really good movie, but it's also my favorite, because I'm a Lord of the Rings nut, and besides, it's like... I just think it's really well done. But the best movie I've ever seen is Shawshank Redemption. Hi, half-ogre. Looking for some skulls. Oh, I'm sorry, just go right in here. Now, what am I supposed to do to tell this guy? Alright, well, I'm going to come back here if I can't find these skulls. Just letting you know. Alright, Demiser, make it a good one, because you're starting to stink up the joint, I gotta be honest. Whoa. Hello, freaky guard. Can I ask you some questions? I want some skulls. Okay. Man, it's not easy to find skulls. They don't... I assume it's got to be in Mulligan Bone Alley, you know what I'm saying? So it's like... I don't actually know what that is, and I've been in here already. So I'll try over here next. Yeah, it is a little creepy. But it is also, Walter, in accordance with the prophecy. Yeah, but anyway, Phils, yeah, Shawshank is great. There's so many great set pieces in that movie. Oh, man, why is everything locked? What is up? What? The heck was that? What does that sound? Alright, see you, Devious. Thanks for coming by. Make sure to follow, by the way. People are in the channel. Thank you for stopping in. And please make sure to follow if you have enjoyed the conversation / the gaming. Ignore the shots. Oh. Oh, cool! Well, thanks, Devious. I don't remember. Did you stop by with my Grimrock stream? And am I just not remembering it because I have no memory? If so, I apologize. Okay. Alright, I apologize, Devious, for that. Well, thank you for following and all that, and apologies for forgetting. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping in. Ugh. What do you do here, orc? Go away, not talk me. Must work. Foreman get angry if no work. Wait, you're not allowed any breaks? Break? What that? A rest period to refresh yourself before working again. Oh, Walter, okay. Oh, good, I'll stay away from it for now then. Not heard that before. It be good to have. Foreman work us hard, work long. No many coins. What? This is slave labor. This is bullshit and it will not stand. That's not right. No want pity, leave alone. Me work now. Alright, Foreman. It's time we had a conversation, you and I. What are you doing working these orcs so hard? Wait, what? Oh. Clock parts. A goggled helmet. It's a schematic. Large capacitor. Okay. This is all super delightful, except that really I want to ask you why you're mistreating the orcs. Alright, Antra. That's understandable. See you, Phils. Antra, definitely have a good time with, enjoy the time with your fiance. Congratulations again. Yeah, exactly. No, I wasn't going to trade to them. I just wanted to see, like, what he was at least carrying. I clearly have to get these guys to, like, rebel or something. Terrible. Alright. So let's go here. Give me the conversation tree I need. What? What the hell? I don't want any of these things. I want to talk to you about your freaking ridiculous slave labor crap. Man. Hey, Cajun, what's up? Good to see you. Alright, well I've gone just about everywhere in this warehouse district, so that means that pretty much I'm gonna have to go back to where the half-ogre is and deal with him. Oh, awesome, Cajun. How was it? It was a good show? I'm going to attack these crates. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm assuming at some point he's going to aggro me. Either way, I want these crates open. Metal casing. Steric acid. Small spring. That's not very useful. Nice. Very cool. Oh. I knew that was going to happen. I mean, I wasn't attacking you, man. I was just trying to open your door by shooting it. So, if you just minded your own business. Yeah, I don't want your stupid hammer. Alright. Skulls here. Ooh! A beautiful painting. That's gorgeous and has nothing whatsoever to do with what I'm looking for. Alright. Oh, gosh. Man, so that means the only place I can go to that I haven't looked at... I mean, it's in a warehouse, you said. I guess it could be... I mean, I guess it's possible that it could be in the warehouse where I protected it before from robbers. I mean, from saboteurs, but I didn't see any crates in there. So I would assume the only place that there's left that I haven't looked is where the human is. The guard walking around like he's got an anxiety disorder. So I'm going to head back to there. Yeah, I mean, I was planning on trying to go there too if I didn't find anything in that place with the human running around, so I'll try that also. Again? I just fixed this. Alright, hold on. Okay. Is that better, Cajun? What? You were standing in the third row? Oh. So you don't know if it's better or not, you mean? You're like, what? Here, I'll pretend you're right back there. On a dark desert highway, a cool wind in my hair. A warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. See you right back there. Mechanized spiders. Get in the room, what the heck? Is chat broken, or did my singing the Eagles drive everyone away at once? Glad you missed it. I think I was pretty good. I think I sounded reasonable. He said. Well, so, yeah, so this has nothing to do... This also has nothing to do with skulls. Actually, I think I forgot to save again when I got up to the warehouse. So this time I'm going to go up there, and this time I'll save for a change. Are you suggesting that I'm not going to measure up to Don Henley? I see how it is. That's pretty awesome. Where did you see them, Cajun? Sing again? Let's see, what was I singing? On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, a warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Alright, that's enough. That's what I sang the first time. Is that troll face ... like, oh my god, run for the hills? Oh, cool, Cajun, that's awesome. So it's an outdoor venue, I assume? Let's save it this time. Oh, man. And he throws the emoticon. There, you bastard. That's my band. That's really awesome, Cajun. It's cool. That's really cool. Alright, were they like the biggest draw, or were there other bands that were pretty awesome that were there as well? Oh, Foo Fighters. Well, that answers my question. So Foo Fighters is pretty big. Okay, get ready for this guy to get mad.
don't understand why we're attacking such a decent type. I won't do this for much longer.
I'll take that as a semi-compliment.
Hey, I don't pay. I don't pay. I don't pay. I don't pay.
Hey, I don't
pay.
pay.
I don't pay. I don't understand why we're attacking such
It's almost,
a decent type.
it's almost worth it just to hear
I
them say
won't
that
do
over and
this
over
for
again.
much longer.
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Guess what decent type is about to get attacked. Alright, well, I'll try the, I will try the warehouse where I stopped the saboteurs and see if that does anything. I mean, you know, I agree that I don't want to do things, you know, that are... I try not to go outside the law, except when necessary, to preserve justice. But I'm trying to find some skulls. Holy cow, Cajun. Tom Petty, Springsteen, piece of crap who came up with one song ever, and Beach Boys, that's amazing. I didn't realize that that was that big a deal. Wow. Yeah, see, this is all steam engines. Oh, really, Cajun? But that gets you into everything, right? Is that the idea? Oh, none of this has anything to do with skulls. Well, wait. But $70 gets you into the festival for that whole day? Or it's like $70 is just per concert? So like $70 just gets you in to like just see the Eagles and that's all. Springs. Okay, alright. So that's not as bad. I mean, if you know that you're going to get a couple of different acts. Because I assume they have a lot of smaller acts as well, right? Like the Eagles is the big sort of headliner for the day, but I assume they have other, like, you know, bands that you can listen to. I forgot that in Arcanum, barrels are stronger than titanium steel. Man alive, none of this has anything to do with skulls. At all. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe there's another warehouse that's not in the warehouse district. Wow, that's awesome, Cajun. I don't know. Like, I'll show you what I have. He believes they may be in a warehouse in Toronto somewhere. Now, I mean, it's entirely possible that somewhere does not have to be in the warehouse district, but it seems rather obvious, you know, that that's where it would be. But, I mean, I've been in here. There's just a stonecutter guy there. Here's the guy where the half-ogre was. There's just a painting there. Here I can't even get in without Magnus being pissed at me, so I assume that's not it. And I can't talk to the guard and do anything. This is just the steam engine's business. This is with the orcs who were, you know, being wrongfully treated. And this one, I don't actually remember what's here, so I'm going to go over here because I don't actually recall what's here. And I mean, there might be a warehouse actually. No, because all the stuff to the northwest is like University District. I might try down by the docks. It's possible that they could be down by the docks. Because actually, now that I think of it, they did say they were going to be waiting to be shipped out. So maybe there's a warehouse near the docks. It's a little bit annoying that they call it the warehouse district, but that's not actually where I'm supposed to go. But we'll see. Oh wait, this is the... What the heck? Well, where's the place? Oh, that's the mechanical spider thing. Yeah. Which doesn't have anything either. Alright, well, so I'm going to have to go down here, obviously, because... And I'll go down to the docks and see if that's where it is. Alrighty. Steam Rail Station. Could also be in the commercial district. Oh, no, I know where that is. Never mind. I don't want to go to the commercial district. It is a silly place. Alright, so let's go down to the docks, please. Okay. Here's that where I got the Gypsy Curse, which is still bullshit, and I still utterly reject that canon that I was allegedly cursed. Okay, so I'm thinking it could be in here, because it says it's waiting to be shipped out, so it's in a warehouse somewhere. So I'll try over here and see if that makes... if I can try one of those buildings. Talk to one of the dock workers too, I guess. Simon Pluff, I'm a bit distracted. Alright, what's your problem? I recently inherited these warehouses, see? I have a rat problem. Okay, how much to get rid of them? I have no money. I need the money to sell the properties you give me desperately.